Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ. The NCAA men's basketball tournament resumes today. Here's a look at the games going on tonight. And by the end of the night, the Sweet 16 will officially be down to the Elite Eight, just one round removed from a trip to the Final Four in San Antonio next weekend. For more on the rest of these Sweet 16 matchups on tap today, let's welcome you back inside our CBS Sports HQ studios. I'm Jordan Giorgio alongside Kyle Boone, Avery Johnson with us. Let's go ahead and begin with Michigan State, who's back in the Sweet 16 under head coach Tom Izzo. Izzo and his teams are 10-5 in Sweet 16 play, but they will see a tough test against this Ole Miss Rebels team that hopes their magic hasn't ran out. But where does this Tom Izzo-led team have the advantage, Kyle?
Defensive advantage, and then its ability to be physical. This is a classic Tom Izzo coach team. They embrace their ethos as an underdog, right? They were picked to finish 5th in the preseason in the Big Ten. They end up winning the Big Ten regular season title. And this Michigan State team is very well coached. They thrive on their defense, top 10 in efficiency. They're really good at creating second chance points, on crashing the offensive glass. This is a team that is very much a throwback. 23.1% of their points are threes. That is the lowest among all power conference teams in all of college basketball. So they're winning in a way that is kind of a little bit of a throwback. It's not necessarily like in Alabama where they're really relying on threes, but it's working in a way that they're very disciplined. They have a very deep roster, Michigan State does, and they've got enough talent from top to bottom in terms of their rotation that Izzo has squeezed a lot out of this team.
Well, they're definitely going to have to win this game, and Jace Richardson, he's got to play better, 1 for 10. And I played with his dad, Jason Richardson, and Coach Izzo coached his dad and now his son. But he's going to have to play at a much higher level. I agree with you. Throwback team. And they love to pride themselves on playing defense without fouling. They only committed 11 fouls against New Mexico. And then they dominated the free throw line, not just with makes. They believe in attempts. They don't make enough of them, but they had 28 attempts to New Mexico's 10 attempts. That's how they want to play. But I think the other key to their defense is defending the three-point line, and they're going to have to do it against Ole Miss because Ole Miss has about 5 or 6 different guys that's capable of knocking down threes. They made 11 in their win to advance. So defending the three-point line, rebounding, and run, that's this Michigan State identity.
With that being said, is Jace Richardson your player to watch in this one?
I would say yes.
Yeah. I
would have to watch him because when you are counting on as much as they count on Jace Richardson, even though they're a deep team, one for 10 or 1 for 11 is not going to be good enough against this Chris Beard defense.
Yeah, I think it has to be Jace Richardson. He has to play better than he did in that second round matchup. He scored 9.3 points per game prior to him being inserted into the lineup earlier this season. 16.2 points per game in the 13 games since he's been inserted into the starting lineup. Michigan State has been a different team when he has been playing as a starter on this team. Their defense has been better. They're playing with more urgency on offense. The versatility he gives this offense, I think, is very critical. And against Ole Miss's defense, their no-middle defense, they're going to dare Michigan State to make shots. Richardson is going to have to step up in this game for Michigan State to advance.
On the other side of things, Chris Beard and company hope to continue to prove the haters wrong, and we will see how they can actually do it come tip-off. But when you kind of look at this coaching matchup, Tom Izzo versus Chris Beard, we know Coach Beard actually had some kind words to say about Coach Izzo recently, saying the college basketball game is better because of him, and he looks up to him. And I'm kind of confident here, Coach, that Coach Beard has maybe taken a page or two out of Tom Izzo's book to navigate this SEC gauntlet here. Who do you give the edge to, though?
Well, first, let me say something nice about Coach Beard.
Okay.
Because, you know, he had a great run at Texas Tech, led them to the Final Four. Obviously, you know, he had Texas rolling, unfortunate situation. But I've been knowing him since he was a GA at Incarnate Word. He actually, breaking news, named his oldest daughter after me because he loved the way I played and practiced and my character, and I was honored when he named his oldest daughter Avery after me, who's now in an MBA program at a university on the East Coast. But in terms of the coaching edge, you got to give it to Coach Izzo. It's just, you know, we've talked about it. You know, this is his 26 NCAA tournament appearance. He's been to 7 Final Fours. So just experience and experience alone, but Coach Beard can coach at a high level. Maybe if he's coaching as long as Coach Izzo is, he'll have that advantage in the future. But Coach Izzo, he's a basketball savant, and he definitely has the coaching edge.
All right, well, as we put a bow on our game preview here, and if you're leaning Tom Izzo for the coaching edge and the coaching matchup, who is your pick to win, Coach?
I'm going with Michigan State. They're keeping my bracket alive. I'm alive at all.
You can't go against them at this point.
I was thinking about it with Alabama.
Okay.
Because if Alabama plays the way they shot the ball, the way they shot it against BYU, Duke is in trouble. But I'm going to stick with Michigan State. I think top to bottom, they have the better roster, and I think they're going to win.
Oh, well, look at this. This is our own Tim Doyle after picking Ole Miss, against Ole Miss. I mean, he had to, right? You kind of have to just put yourself out there. He isn't. He
isn't welcome in Oxford.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely not. Okay, let's get your pick to win in this one.
Yeah, let me slick back my hair. I'm going to go Tim Doyle. I'm picking Ole Miss, actually. I think Ole Miss gets the win here.
Okay.
Ole Miss plays a no-middle defense that I think will give Michigan State some fits. Michigan State this season, 31.9% from three-point range. They're not a good three-point shooting team. They're not a good jump shooting team. This Ole Miss defense, I think, does a lot of things well that will give Michigan State some fits. And Sean Padula, J.J. Murray, the shot making that Ole Miss has, they can spread you out on offense. I like the Rebels to pull off the upset here against Michigan State. This is a good matchup for them.
It's going to be a good one. Tip-off slated for 7:09 p.m. Eastern. We cannot wait. The madness continues. It is here, and you do not have to miss a moment of the action on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. Download the March Madness Live app to watch every game, anywhere, anytime, live. Quick break for us, but when we return, SEC basketball has been the gift that just keeps on giving, and so has Kentucky, Tennessee. These two meet for a third time this season, and we've got a game preview on the other side. Stay with us.